Hey, what's up guys? It's Blake, and today we're going to talk about 10 crazy reptile facts that you probably didn't know. So starting off with number 1, some species of turtles can actually breathe through their butt. Now this is a process known as cloacal respiration. And essentially how this works is when certain species go into brumation, they can actually pull oxygen through the water from their cloaca and transfer the oxygen from the water into their body. And I don't know why, I'm just immature, but I find that fact absolutely hilarious. But it's also actually really cool. Fact number 2 on this list is going to be that some monitors are actually capable of counting. It's been shown through studies with at least rock monitors and white-necked monitors that they're able to count to at least 6. Now they've done this by giving them various capsules of snails. And what they'll do is they'll actually give them, say, 4 snails in a capsule and let them check and eat those snails, and then they'll give them only 3 snails. And they'll eat those 3 snails, and over time, 4 snails, 4 snails, 4 snails, 4 snails, and then they'll give them only 3 snails, and they'll actually go looking for that 4th snail because they're so used to seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, and this time there's only 1, 2, 3. And they can do this with up to 6 snails, meaning if they give them only 5, they will continue to look for that 6th snail. Now they do say after they go past 6, say 7 snails in that capsule, they do struggle to realize that they're missing any. So they do claim that these guys can count to at least 6 based off of that study. So fact number 3 is going to be that Australia actually has more species of venomous snakes than non-venomous snakes on the continent. Plain and simple. I mean, everybody knows Australia is a relatively dangerous place to be as far as the local fauna. I personally think that Australia is a truly incredible place. I've never been, I've always wanted to. I'm incredibly infatuated by reptiles, obviously. Other people that are infatuated by them would also be interested in going there, but the majority of people say that that is just a scary place to be, and that's one of the reasons why. On the contrary, maybe you want to live somewhere where there is no snakes. Well, I have the perfect place for you with fact number 4. New Zealand has no native land snake species. Or in other words, there's actually no snakes in New Zealand. Yes, so technically, some ocean or sea snakes could end up there just by water, but there are no land-dwelling snakes in New Zealand. The reason for this, arguably, is just because the ground is constantly frozen or just freezes too often, and it's not an adequate place for them to ever thrive. So if unfortunately you really just don't love these guys like some of us do, New Zealand may be a great place for you to visit. So fact number 5 is going to be that most reptile species have a 3-chambered heart, unlike humans who have a 4-chambered heart. Just a kind of cool fact. Not really a whole lot of detail to that one, I just find it kind of interesting. Why, hello there, honeydew. So fact number 6 is going to be that many species of reptiles actually have their gender or sex determined by the temperature during their incubation period. For example, leopard geckos at about 80 degrees, typically you're going to see females hatch. But at like 88 degrees, you're going to see mostly males hatch. Fact number 7 is going to be that Europe is the only continent where crocodiles are not found. Again, not really a whole lot to add to that. I just think that's kind of a cool fact that those buggers are practically everywhere. For fact number 8, let's share a fact about their cousin, the alligator. Did you know those guys can go through about 3,000 teeth in their lifetime? Fact number 9 is going to be about geckos. More specifically, geckos such as crested geckos, day geckos, morning geckos, etc. The sticky little guys, right? Well, how do they climb? Actually, it's not because they're sticky at all. They actually have millions of tiny little hairs known as setae on their little toes. Now those hairs connect to things kind of like Velcro on a jacket or something, and that's how they're capable of climbing. And finally, fact number 10 on this list for all you bearded dragon lovers. So everybody knows bearded dragons originate from Australia, right? However, did you know the most common bearded dragon species is the central bearded dragon? But there are 8 other subspecies, with the second most common probably being the Rankins. It's really cool to know that there's so many other little kinds of those little buggers running around. Well, hey, if you knew any of these facts, let me know out in the comments below. I'd be really curious to see what you did or didn't know. Let me know if you happen to know any cool facts like these. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for new reptile content dropping every Friday, and soon we'll start posting things like fishing, maybe hunting, all sorts of goofy things that I'm up to. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.